Hi, I'm Cindy Cummins, and I'm going to take you through a 10-minute multiple sclerosis yoga class. Remember, exercise is important to stay healthy and to manage our multiple sclerosis symptoms. So this is just going to be a little bit of a upper body warm-up. So let's start and begin our class with some breath work. So let's just bring our hands to the bottom of our ribs. And just as you take a nice slow breath in, see if you can feel your ribs expand out into your hands. Just kind of working that diaphragm, that breathing muscle. It's also a posture muscle, and then just release down. So when we check in, since we're doing upper body, see if you can kind of get a movement in those ribs. So let's just gently sit up nice and tall. You can actually move forward and back if you want. You can kind of feel that low back and just find a position that feels good. And you can also gently move side to side, hip to hip. See if you're sitting on one hip more than the other. And just come to a comfortable position. So let's lengthen through our spine. So on our inhale, gently root your sits bones down and lengthen through the crown of the head. You can bring your gaze down or close your eyes, and we'll just start off with 3 breaths. Gently breathe in and out the nose if you can. That helps to regulate our air coming in and going out. Nice full breath in. See if you can feel the ribs expand, and exhale. 2 more on your own. And 1 more. And that's just a moment to check in. That's something you can do to see how fast you're breathing. There's no judgment. You're just kind of noticing how you feel this morning. So before or after our check-in, we'll just do a little upper body warm-up. So let's just bring our arms down, rotate your palms out. As you inhale, lift up, feel the bottom of your ribs expand, kind of like an accordion. So stretching that diaphragm, reach it up. You can kind of feel some back muscles there. Exhale, rotate those palms away and release down. We'll do 2 more. Just notice your ribs opening to the side, broadening, pulling on your spine just gently. And then exhale, hands rotate out, release down. We'll do 1 more, gently reach it up. On this one though, let's stay up here and then just walk your ribs out of your hips. So just see if you're tight on one side versus the other. Just notice how that feels. And then gently reach both arms up, extending our spine here. Ribs are opening to the sides, and then exhale, release down. Just rest your hands on your thighs and just take a breath in and out. Notice how you're breathing. Notice how you feel. And then we're going to do 2 more movements. Release your arms down. Let's reach them forward and up. You can also do this 1 arm at a time. So if you can reach up as far back as you can, you'll feel your ribs turn up, your heart center kind of lift, and exhale, release all the way down. So I meant to tell you guys, so all the way back, just to stay here. Feet are hip distance width apart, knees are out in front of your hips. I'm going to turn, but you stay where you are, and show you, just for a little better visual, what's going on here in your back. So as you reach up, you're lifting your ribs. Your back is going into an extension. You're opening the front of your rib cage here. And then as you exhale and reach all the way back, just keeping that range of motion you have, you can kind of feel your ribs pull in. And so I think we have 1 more. So reach all the way up, arms extended. So elbows straight, and exhale all the way down and back. So the more range of motion you have in your arms, it will affect your spinal movement. So we'll do 1 more. So that's kind of more the range of motion we walk in. This is more rotation. So we'll bring those arms straight out. Inhale, open up this way. Feel a stretch in your chest. You can gently let your head kind of follow that extension of your spine. Ribs move forward, and then as you reach to the front, your shoulder blades kind of hug your ribs. You tuck your chin in. Again, I'll turn sideways. You stay forward, and I'll do 2 more. So inhale. This is a pretty big back bend in your spine. So we're moving our discs around, getting that synovial fluid, getting a healthy spine here. Of course, only moving at a range that feels comfortable for you. We'll do one more. So inhale. So notice how the ribs kind of move forward. We're not in this position much, so it might feel good. And then as you exhale, press your ribs back. And we are in this position quite a lot, but this might feel good. Stay here, interlace your hands, get a gentle pull through the wrists. And let's gently flip, stretch through the forearms. Inhale, we're going to reach it up one more time. And then exhale, just let your arms release down. And take 3 breaths here. So I like to kind of check in. We've been exercising for about 5 minutes. Notice if your breathing has changed. So we've done a lot of stretching through the diaphragm. And then we're going to do some side bends and rotations. So if you would like to shift a little bit to the left so that your right hand can stay here for support. Left arm goes out to the side. Let's gently reach that left arm up. And before we side bend, just see if you can reach this arm up. You don't have to reach it overhead. If the arm is, halfway here, that is fine. Just try to get as much movement as you can. It's going to open up those ribs. Relax that right shoulder down, reach it over. Kind of take a few breaths, breathe in. Notice how that left side feels. Let that head relax. So we're kind of stretching our obliques here. Then we're going to contract them. We're going to move them. So as you exhale, think of pulling this rib cage into your hips. So inhale, exhale, pull back up to center. Take a breather in and out. And we're going to shift over to the right. Left hand here. Lengthen on our inhale. Let your right arm relax down. Exhale, and then inhale, reach it up. So just kind of reach up as high as you can. Get a nice stretch there. That's pretty good stuff. You should feel that in your spine. If you want to go further, relax your shoulder down and reach it up and over to the left. Taking a little stretch here on that right side. I feel like I'm leaning into my left hip, which is fine, but maybe try to anchor both hips down. So maybe anchor that right hip down. And then we'll use those muscles, pull your rib cage into your hip and release. So that should feel pretty good. We're going to do one more exercise. So it's a rotation. So take a breather, kind of notice how your body's shifting and changing. And then we'll do an inhale. So when we inhale, shift those ribs again, somewhere where it feels good in that low back. It's kind of over your hips. And then as we exhale, we're going to turn to the right. So take your left hand on the outside, right hand behind you, and gently turn. Now you can just stay here, or you can kind of press your left hand into your thigh into your hand, your right hand down into your chair, and you'll feel your core. You'll feel a little integration. It's kind of a bracing maybe feel. Take a few breaths here. Noticing this side. This is your right side. Also, these rotations are good for digestion. And gently release back to the center. And just see how that felt. And then we'll do the other side. So lengthen on our inhale. Moving the ribs over the hips, kind of checking in with the spine. Keep that as you exhale, turn. Not sure if I shifted back to the center. Turn to the left and take that right hand on the outside of that left knee, left hand behind you. And again, you can kind of press the hand into the thigh into the hand, the left hand into the chair. Very different feel when you brace the hands against something. And we'll slowly release that. So that just releases a lot of tension. Let's gently bring ourselves into a relaxed forward fold. So lengthen as you come forward. Exhale, just release. Breathe into the back of the rib cage here. Notice how that feels. Bringing your head below your heart increases blood pressure, so make sure that's okay. It also changes a lot of different pressure in the body. So let's notice that as we bring ourselves up for closing. So take your hands to your thighs, For support, slowly restack all the way up, little shoulder roll at the top, and then just bring those ribs back over your hips. Lengthen on your inhale. And on your exhale, again, you can close your eyes or just bring your gaze down. Just take 3 breaths and just gently pay attention. Be aware of how you feel, how you're breathing. Maybe you can feel your ribs move. And then on your next exhale, if your eyes are closed, just open them. Thank you for joining me for this 10-minute multiple sclerosis workout. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.